Let's watch some interesting matches played by members of GP365 and Friends Club using Florence or Kaito in the Tour 7 of Tennis Clash, a sports game published by Wildlife Studios. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel Gameplay 365 and to turn on the bell if you like this video. Well, let's start by a very nice match between Sant and Ace Joker. Very good counter puncher. So Sant has Florence at level 11, which is the max level, of course, of Florence. And his opponent is having 11-12 Kaito. So all stats of this Kaito are better, except for the stamina. So Sant will need to rely on this small advantage and his legendary accuracy if he wants to do something in this match. Right after the serve, Ace Joker is taking the initiative with some big forehand shots. But those slow returns of Sant are putting Ace Joker in a difficult position. Of course, on Ace Joker's serve, Sant can take the initiative back by hitting hard. This is something that he does very well with a lot of accuracy. Here's another ball which licked the line. And Ace Joker is not bad at all for accuracy. He's capable of hitting the corners or to lick the sidelines very efficiently. But with a lower stamina, well, Sant's opponent is going to suffer by the end of this match. Yes, those soft cross-court shots are rather annoying for Ace Joker. And by trying to end rallies faster, he committed an unforced error. Very nice match versus a high trophies player. Let's watch now the match between Hitman 101 and Mount Everest. The difference of stats was absolutely huge. And Hitman will need to, like Sant, rely on his big shots and accuracy and a great sense of anticipation if he wants to lead in this match. Hitman is playing with a quick pace. He's not letting his opponent think too much, have too much time to think about the next shot. He's responding right away after each shot of the opponent. And when he wants to buy time, well, he wouldn't hit some drop returns, a bit like this one, but even if it went into the alley, preferably with his weak forehand, because his Florence has only one strong backhand. So exactly like this, with the weak forehand, he can buy time. And then anticipate, create a trap, make his opponent fall into it, and hit a counterpunch shot, a bit like on the previous point. Here he's buying time again, except that this time his trap hasn't worked. Oh, it's rather that he didn't come back in time, anticipating that his opponent is going to hit on the corner, the other corner where he was. Very nice detection of the home run. Very good match again from Hitman 101, but we are getting used to those performances now. Well, let's watch now a match between an overpowered Viktoria versus the Florence of Sant. This match is going to show you that Even a very powerful Viktoria having a low serve is fragile versus any good counterpuncher, especially the ones who play very correctly with the Syrian wire. In this match, Sent's opponent was using the Gotland fiber. And honestly, I don't understand much because Sent's Florence forehand is already weak. So it's not really necessary. Even if the idea is behind to insist on Sent's forehand and then take advantage of the very weak forehand return. But Good Looker didn't really use that strategy. And Sent was hitting admirably in this match. Very accurate as usual. Except on that point. And this Viktoria can't do anything.
Second serve.
Alright. Was a big winner. Big critical shot. We couldn't think that Good Looker is going to come back. But the problem is that low serve, which is giving to Viktoria no initiative at all. And it's rather his opponent, Saint Florence, was taking the initiative right after the slow serve. Let's watch now a match between the big backhand of Hitman 101 and the big forehand of Huile. So Huile is not using any string having a backhand counter, while Hitman 101 was using the Syrian wire, which can help him to neutralize the forehand of Huile. So you have seen in previous parts some epic fights already between Hitman and Huile. One cross-court shot and one counter cross-court shot by Hitman, which was not correctly returned by Huile. Hitman was anticipating correctly again. Perfect positioning. Whenever Huile was trying to outflank him. And his shots were very accurate. Some big down the line shots or shots into the corners, while Huile was spending a lot of time running a bit everywhere, trying either to confuse Hitman or to anticipate, but running everywhere is not always a good idea. The best strategy ever is to anticipate, actually. You should rather choose one side and either stay there or try to create a trap by letting the space completely open to draw your opponent into that space and then come back at the last moment. Yeah, that was funny to see the Florence having absolutely no more energy. Very nice counterpunch shot and a soft cross-court drop shot to end the match. Let's watch now a match between Sent and Ziodimi, who had much higher stats except for the stamina, and who was using the aux cord. So using the aux cord means that he's going to hit mainly on Sent's forehand, because the aux cord has a forehand counter. But of course, by the end of rallies, because Florence has no more stamina, he can hit a bit everywhere and it could work. If the opponent was using the aux cord, well, that means that Sent is a big threat for a lot of players in the Tour 7. if they feel that they need an outscored to beat his Florence having lower stats. That means a lot. Whereas you can see, accuracy was absolutely not the same between two players. Sant was hitting very accurate and big shots. And Ziodimi was having a hard time finding the good swipe length. A lot of unforced errors. Very nice return there. And that's the problem. As you can see on the match point, Kaito having low stamina, using, especially on string, having long catch can drain his stamina very fast and has a hard time by the end of all matches. So in this match between Hitman 101 and Peiki YL, both were using the same build approximately. Hitman's opponent was just having cards at a bit higher level, and he was using antioxidants instead of Kaito sourcing. And in this match, you're going to see that accuracy plays a very big part in all victories, whether it's for the shots or for the returns. As you can see in the previous points rally, Hitman was returning very well. A lob return with his weaker forehand. And he hit some very nice shots towards two corners of the baseline. It's not always easy to hit them hard and accurate. Yep, counter drop shot didn't work there. Another nice drop return. Another one. What will his opponent do? Too bad he didn't want to control the shot. A soft shot wouldn't have been sufficient there. And he hit the net instead. Let's watch now. Sant playing with Kaito versus a huge forehand of Huile. Once again, you're going to see that the Viktoria is not always in confidence when she needs to face a counter puncher, especially when she has a weak backhand, mainly due to a lower agility and stamina. And this serve can only annoy some volley players. This is a build which is very decent to play versus volley players in 2-7, but surely not versus counter punchers, especially counter punchers like Sant or Hitman 101. So Sant didn't even take the choker course for this match. He was confident that he could counter this 91 forehand with Maestro Monte, thanks to a good positioning. So very nice soft returns, even if there's no point behind. So this match is going to be long, very long. We prepare to see some epic rallies. So, if this match lasts long enough, since Kaito is going to have an edge in terms of stamina. And Sant may have a plan for that option when he chose Maestro Monty instead of Choco Cards. He probably tapped that with the Choco Cards. His Kaito having very few stamina by the end with a long match would have a hard time versus this Viktoria. That's why he chose the Maestro Monty, even if his Kaito was playing with antioxidants. Because don't forget that Choco Cards drain stamina a lot if you need to activate long catch very often, which you would do with Kaito if you are outflanked regularly by this big forehand of Viktoria. Yep, this Viktoria's stamina is starting to be lower. Viktoria is going into the danger zone. With lower accuracy, lower ability to position correctly, to anticipate. And fortunately for Hule, he can hit some very nice big forehand winners. And that helped his Viktoria to stay in the match. But Sant, of course, is very accurate too. And because Viktoria doesn't have a big serve with that build, well, she could not keep the initiative. Nice cross-court shot. And a big forehand winner. But Kaito is still having an edge, big edge in terms of agility. And that will be very helpful to handle the end of the match. Almost there. That could have been very beautiful. Yet Sant is insisting now on his opponent's backhand. That's normal. He tries to return, even softly on the backhand side. It was not easy at all to return those big shots. A lot of match points were saved by Sant in this match. And you need to remain mentally very strong to stay in such a match. Because his Kaito was going to have very few stamina by the end of this match. And that could be dangerous, but, well, he came out alive thanks to a very smart lob return there. Well, let's watch the final match between Sant and Jabiru. The difference of stats was absolutely tremendous between those two builds. Sant's opponent was having something like 34, 35 points more than his Florence. Much higher total power. And it was almost normal that this Kaito was leading right from the start of the match. But then he started to commit summon for Zeros. Because he was using the Kaito sourcing at high level, Jabiru could use the Choco cards without much problem. So Saint, of course, was insisting on his opponent's forehand, which was quite weaker, especially given that his backhand was pretty powerful. The forehand stat of Saint's opponent was only 69, while his backhand was 84. Always those soft cross returns from Saint, which put his opponents in a very difficult position and forced them to activate the long catch. And that drained their stamina a lot.
5, 4. Fault. Second serve.
Very nice counter to neutralize the cross-court drop shot of Jabiru.
Fault. Second serve.
Nice backhand return.
Match point.
Big down the line winner.
Second serve.
That was almost perfect
Quiet. Deuce.
cross return from Saint. Would have really beautiful if it went in.
Out. Quiet, please. Quiet. Match point.
And a final backhand winner for Saint. Very nice match from Saint to counter very high stats Kaito. Well, I hope that you enjoy watching those interesting matches played by members of the GP365 and Friends Club using Florence or Kaito to counter Viktoria or Kaito in the Tour 7 of Tennis Clash, a sports game published by Wild Life Studios. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel Gameplay365 and to turn on the bell to stay tuned for new videos of Tennis Clash. Thank you a lot for your support, and see you soon on Gameplay365. Bye-bye.